Hello, I am Priya Kulkarni, Government First Grade College, Chikbasur, Karnataka University, BA 6th semester, Indian Economic Development Paper 2, Unit 4, Foreign Trade of India. In this session, we will discuss the direction of India's foreign trade. The direction of India's foreign trade means the countries to which India exports its goods and the countries from which India imports its goods. Thus, the direction consists of destination of exports and source of imports. Prior to our independence, when India was under the British rule, much of our trade was done with Britain. Therefore, UK used to hold the first position in India's foreign trade. However, after independence, new trade relations were established. Now, USA, China, UAE, Germany, Japan, and UK have emerged as important trading partners of India. In this table, the share of major sources of imports is given for 2009-10 and 2018-19. The major source of imports are China, USA, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. These are the top 5 countries from which India is importing various goods and services. The share of the imports in 2009-10 is given and the share of the imports in 18-19 is given as a percentage. India imports around 6,000 commodities from 140 countries. The above table shows the largest source of imports in 2009-10 and 18-19. In terms of import value, China has remained a major source of import in India. In 2009-10, the share of China was 12% of the imports and it increased to 13.68% in 2018-19. This has led China to replace USA as India's major import source. USA has always remained a major source of imports of food grains and other items under the aid and grant. In spite of decline in the import of food grains, USA still remains a leading trade partner of India. Its share in imports was 6% in 2009-10 and 6.92% in 2018-19. One of the significant developments in India's import scenario is the emergence of Saudi Arabia and UAE as India's major import sources. The source of UAE, that is the United Arab Emirates, was 5.9% in 2009-10 and 5.79% in 2018-19. If we look at the share of the major continents, that is the region wise, if we see the share of the continents, the share of Asia and ASEAN was 61.3% of the total imports. This is followed by Europe with 19.1%, America 9.4%, UAE with 5.9% of the total imports. So this is regarding the direction of India's import trade. Now let us see the direction of India's export trade. The major share of the countries or the exports in 2009-10 and 18-19. Major destinations of exports are again USA, UAE, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, UK. So these are the top 6 countries from where India is exporting its commodities. So what is the percentage share exported to these countries is shown here in this table for 2 years, that is 2009-10 and 18-19. India exports approximately 7,500 commodities to about 192 countries. The table shows the changes in the direction of export trade of India and the largest destinations for 2009-10 and 2018-19. The share of USA in our exports has increased from 11.5% in 2009-10 to 15.88% in 2018-19. So it occupies the first place in our total exports. The share of UAE has increased from 2.7% in 2009-10 to 9.13% in 2018-19. China is in the third place in the exports of India with 5.1% in 2009-10 and 5.07% in 2018-19. Again, if we see region-wise or the continent-wise, which continent or which region occupies the highest share in our exports? So it is Asia and ASEAN, which again shares the highest share in our exports. Its share is 55%. This is followed by Europe with 21.4%, America with 15.3%, European Union 20% share in the exports in 2009-10. So this is regarding the direction of India's export trade. Thank you.